This is Streetbeefs scrapyard. We ain't gotta act hard. Sasquatch back, y'all. We flipping like a flashcard. Guns down, gloves up, or shut up. That part. Guns down, gloves up, or shut up. That part.
Welcome to Kicking It with Chicken and Nate.
What's
man,
up?
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing well, man. How are you?
Oh, I'm living the dream.
Yeah, I hear you there.
Yeah, just stressed out, but we got fights coming up this weekend.
It's fight week.
Fight week. Yep, always excited about that. We have a special guest for the show tonight, and I don't want to keep him waiting too long. So he's on the road right now. He's stuck in traffic, but he's still making time for us, and he's going to be a little hard to see, but you'll hear him. And I want to welcome the original, the man himself, the creator of Streetbeefs, Scarface. Welcome to the show.
What's up,
Welcome to the show.
guys? Thanks
Man.
for having me, man.
You're stuck in traffic.
Yeah, I just said from one exit to the next took me an hour and 25 minutes.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, you're really stuck.
Yeah, it's out like, dude, I'm not gonna lie, I got real out of character and started cursing. I got pissed, but it is what it is. It just sucks when stuff outside your control ruins your night,
I
Yes,
can feel
sir.
that.
I know how that is.
Man, just put some good music on and try to just roll with it. That's what you got to do when you can't control what's going on. So,
Well, my wife, she's the. Go ahead, brother.
Oh no, go ahead.
I think I have a bit of a delay, everybody, so I apologize. I was going to say, my wife, she's the queen of patience. She could sit there for an hour and 30 minutes and barely get frustrated. Meanwhile, I'm freaking out,
Yeah, we're pretty blessed to have these angels in our life, man. I have one at home too. That's she's my better half. keeps me under
Same.
control. That's
right.
And she fights at the
That's
scrapyard.
right.
Yeah, that's right. She does fight at scrapyard. She's speaking of that. This weekend, are we gonna be possibly seeing you?
Oh,
Yeah, so, guys, the game plan now is to touch down on Friday. I was waiting for a piece of info that I still haven't gotten yet to confirm when I was going to get a leave to come out there, because I fight Friday.
Oh, you do?
So, yeah, I have a boxing match. So we're doing a mixer that was scheduled a while back, Friday morning. So run the mixer, knock that out. It'll be about 12 fights. I'm going to fight last, and then haul ass to the airport, hop on a plane and make it out and check out the event for Saturday. I've gotten to see a West Coast event. I've never gotten to see a scrapyard event. Recently, I got fouled up making it to the West Coast, so I'm going to make every effort to make this go smoothly to come see the scrapyard fam.
yeah.
Well,
I definitely think it's worth getting out to all the different branches. I've been to the West Coast, Arizona, and I've been over to the OG branch multiple times, and it's really neat to see the different fighters and environment. And it's gonna be an honor to have you here, man.
Yeah, definitely going to be an honor.
Man,
There's so many guys out here that are looking forward to meeting you, sir. I think we're getting a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, I think we are. Hold on 1 second.
No
One second,
problem.
guys.
All right.
Shit.
Sorry, guys. You know how this
I'm going
stuff
to turn my
goes.
Bluetooth. Let me turn my Bluetooth off.
Okay.
Now let me try this again. See if I can get back in here. 1 second.
All right.
get these going too.
All right.
All right.
Anyway, he's gonna come back, guys. We got a great event lined up for this Saturday. Hey, we're thinking about doing some he's back. All right.
Guys, I apologize.
Not a
Is the
problem.
delay,
You're
is the
fine, man.
delay better?
We'll work with it. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll say something, we'll give you a little bit of time. That way we know. Yeah, it's not a big deal. I want to ask you a couple questions. So look, if you're not familiar with the history of Streetbeefs, how it all started, how they do things out there, I really encourage everybody to watch Lions in the Corner and the New York Times piece on Streetbeefs. That's going to tell you pretty much how it all began and a little bit of the mid where it was at a certain point. And and you guys are working on something that's going to show a little bit more, correct?
Yeah, so we're bringing out a film crew from Poland. They spent some time with the West Coast. This is going to be big because this is funded by Warner Brothers Poland. And we anticipate that it's going to be seen all over the UK and Europe in general. So we have all of us, we have a big fan base in Europe, Poland, just that whole region, Germany. They love us out there. So I think this docu showing all the branches, showing all the brothers, I think it's going to be great.
Streetbeefs really becoming a worldwide thing. You guys even have a pretty good connection with some people from Korea.
We do. We connected with it started really crazy. It was just one gentleman from Korea and mouth, and now our following in Korea is outrageous. I ate at a seafood restaurant with the coach from Korea, and he said, "You don't understand how famous you are out there, how well your story is known, and how beloved Streetbeefs is." And he started telling me some stories, and it was just bizarre to me because, look, some people are fake humble. I truly am a humble person because I know where I came from. And it's just bizarre to me that people look at us like some kind of celebrity, But it's cool.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. Did you when you founded Streetbeefs in general, when you founded it, did you anticipate it growing to what it is today?
So when I first started this, I didn't anticipate it being anything. I just had two guys that wanted to fight in my backyard. That was it. It wasn't even supposed to be a thing. It was just, hey, you guys can fight back there because you won't get arrested. And that fight turned into 3 more fights. And about 3 months in, I realized I had something special. And I kind of kept it going, even though a lot of people were telling me I was wasting my time. And I look back now to that time period, and I'm grateful that I stuck to my guns because I really believe this is a safe place for a lot of people.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. I mean, your reach it's international now. So, I mean, that just goes to show you how strong of a message you had when forming this.
Yeah, and let me say, when I originally had the OG yard, we were doing great. And I've told the story of West Coast that I reached out to Martin and Alex out there. I said I wanted a place for our West Coast guys where they didn't have to travel from forever. Then I spoke with Steve, because the West Coast is well populated. It's huge. And I thought it would be good to have, 2 branches out that way to give those guys out there the same brotherhood that we have on the East Coast. And I gotta I got to commemorate Steve, the scrapyard. It truly has that brotherhood feel. It has that family atmosphere. They're a group, they're a team. And when I say brotherhood, I do mean brotherhood and sisterhood. It's for everybody.
Yep. I completely agree. You know, there's enough room on the West Coast, the whole coast over here. We have plenty of fights every month. The West Coast has plenty of fights, you know, and we both built these distinct communities that people depend on monthly that really get a lot out of. You know, it's a mental break. It's a lot to a lot of people, and I feel that the same way every time I go to Virginia. You know, you've got the people that routinely come out that are there to blow off some steam, to be part of something big, and it's really amazing that you created this back in 2008 and it's grown to what it is now. Yeah,
Yeah,
And I'll tell
definitely.
you, guys, honest to goodness, I tell Steve this all the time. I think my favorite thing is the distinct personalities between each branch. Each branch has a unique personality, and that's a good thing because they're all good personalities, you know. And I really love what it's grown into. I love, and I keep saying branches. They're supposed to be called affiliates. Old habits die hard, but either way, it's all part of the Street Beefs universe and brotherhood. And I'm telling you, the personality and the atmosphere of these branches is great. I have not got to see Scrapyard in person yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
well, it's going to be an honor to have you out. I hope you're able to, you know, maybe announce a couple fights or something. It's going to be just great having you in person and being able to see it. Something that you greenlit, you know, back 5 years ago, and we've taken it serious and we've grown to something that a lot of people love. And it's really just a huge part of a lot of our lives. I wouldn't have met. There's so many people in my life right now that I wouldn't have met if it wasn't for Street Beefs.
Mm-hmm.
Same. And, you know, I want to say this, Steve. I tell you this personally and privately all the time. But for anybody that don't know, man, I've sponsored other affiliates, and I've tried to start other ones with other people, and it doesn't always automatically work. But Steve took this and he put his heart and soul into it, and it grew into something special. And that's not just a give me. It's not. I've seen it fail. I've seen other people fail trying to do it. So what Steve has done, what Martin and Alex have done, they took something and they ran with it and made it special, and that shouldn't be understated.
I really appreciate that. And,
Yeah.
you know, the West Coast just celebrated their 5-year anniversary as well. 5 years is a long time to be running something that that has so many moving parts to it, so many people involved. So it really is a big accomplishment to hit that 5-year mark on both our behalfs.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Definitely.
it is. And let me ask Steve, I got confused because when they said it was their 5-year, then a little while after you said it was yours, I had thought you guys were like a year or two apart. How many months after West Coast did you start Scrapyard?
Well, there's a little bit of a discrepancy, and it's because of I believe this to be correct. They consider the start of the West Coast when they officially made it the West Coast. So when you came out there, I think they were still just trying things out and forming it. And then they officially became a branch in August of 2020. And we started a month before that. So we're only a month apart as far as, you know, our anniversaries go.
Dang, damn near twins.
Understood. Yep. I love it, man. You know, listen, I'm not the type to shy away from a tough discussion. And I'll say, I won't harp on it, but there's been some small friction with branches. And I'll just say to all fighters listening, listen closely. This year is supposed to be a brotherhood of love. We're supposed to have each other's backs. There's not supposed to be branches against branches, brothers against brothers. This is supposed to be a one big thing for everybody. And I pray that we get to that fully one day.
Mm-hmm.
I do know that everybody at the top wants that. Sometimes there's just a lot of moving parts that complicates things. But I believe in my heart, one day soon we'll get it where we all want it to be.
Yeah, and
I want to be transparent on this too as well, that I don't feel like any friction that's happened is completely beyond some sort of a repair. I know there's a lot because, you know, I've got a brother. We fought a lot as kids. You know, when you're close in age, that happens. Okay. I think because there's so many moving parts to it, so many people involved, we bump heads, and it just needs to come to an agreement where it's like, look, guys, I liked it when we were able to go back and forth. Nobody cared. Hey, let's go down to the West Coast. We honestly, one of the best times I've ever had was when I went down to Wero's place, and we brought a bunch of fighters down there. We partied afterwards. That is a great time. It's just unfortunate something happened after that involving one of our fighters, and we got into it, you know, and then it was kind of rocky after that. It never really fully healed. And I really do feel like with enough discussion and enough people involved, because everybody's got to be involved if we want to make it go back to at least, you know, being able to go back and forth like that. You can't have people that are just like, nope, I don't want to have anything to do with that guy. It's got to be at least on a professional level to where you can have a civilized discussion with somebody, and it's like, we're going to do this for our people. We're going to be good to each other for our people, so that they're not missing out on opportunities to go back and forth and experience new places.
Definitely.
That's it. And, you know, listen, the reactions and attitudes of smaller members reflect leadership, and we all as leaders just got to show that good leadership and say, hey, man, we're all going to be the bigger men. We're going to make this work. And I think most of this is a discussion for private, but like you said, we want to be transparent that there is some friction there. But you know, to anybody from any branch listening, understand that the brotherhood's still there. Don't ever get that twisted. We love each other, and everything's all good. We just got to sort out the small stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you know, coming from you know, my perspective, I've only been involved with the scrapyard for about 1.5 years now. But one of the things that I love most about it, and it seems like it's stemming from the top, is the preach of unity. And I really admire that you know, the scrapyard's all about building each other up, not just beating each other up. We want to build each other up. So hearing it from the top, you know, you're also preaching that. I think that it just goes to show how special this organization is, because in a lot of fight organizations out there, we all know it's about like tribalism. It's about this team versus that team. And even though we stay competitive here, we still try to maintain some kind of, like you said, brotherhood, and we're trying to build and support each other. So it's a wonderful organization to be a part of, guys. If you're trying to grow in this, you know, in any organization, fight organization, it's good to have a community behind you that's there to support you. And I feel like that's what Fire Chicken definitely has built over at the scrapyard. I've never been to the OG yard, but just from what I've heard secondhand, I know that that's also something that you guys have over there. So I find that very admirable, man. Like, that's really amazing that you're able to, you know, put that all together and share that with, you know, the world now.
Yeah, and if I may, man, I'll say this. I tell this story so much that people probably get tired of hearing it. But the Washington Post reporter that came out said that she seen our yard and she seen a bunch of guys getting ready to beat the hell out of each other, smiling, laughing, joking with each other. and doing the same after the fight. And she said, "This is like the Woodstock of fighting." And ever since then, that stuck with me, because that's exactly what we want. We want guys. It's just like a football game. You
Yeah.
see football players, they try to crack each other's heads, but they're laughing and joking before, after, and during.
Yep.
You know, fighting shouldn't be no different. And if anything, I think fighting should be even more, therapeutic and brotherhood for people. So, and guys, I just want to say, I've been sitting in this truck for an hour, well, now almost 2 hours with no charger. My phone is on 3%.
All right, we're gonna lose him.
Yep. We
Well,
might have just lost him.
appreciate you, bro. We appreciate Scarface for taking the time, to talk with us tonight. Looks like we lost them.
Hey, I noticed when your phone gets down to about 5%, it goes from 5 to 0 real fast. So maybe he'll see this later, but Scarface, I just want to say that I appreciate everything that you've done for Streetbeefs, starting it, for allowing us to become a branch, for starting this movement, really pushing the guns down, gloves up thing. That this organization is unlike any organization anywhere. I know that there's other ones out there that try to use similar slogans and try to kind of ride off and copy, but this Streetbeefs is the original. When people think of, the community, the brotherhood, the guns down, gloves up, that's what you think about as Streetbeefs. And this, I want to point this out. This shirt was given to me in 2018 by Scarface when I went out and fought. Didn't know me. I fought. He's like, "Hey man, here, have a t-shirt." It's like, and I kept it.
And it still fits. Heck yeah. Yeah, way to go.
It still kind of fits. Yeah. But anyway, this whole community, it's unlike anything else. You don't experience it in the fight game. You don't experience it until you experience it, till you come out here. And he was talking about that, how the reporter came out and didn't know what to think. And we get people that, all the time when they come out, they're looking around, they're looking over their shoulder. They don't really know what to think. They're like, "Am I going to get jumped out here?" But when I
was guilty of it. I've spoken about that previous to that. Yeah, before I went out there, I thought it was going to be some backyard ghetto organization, because there's a lot of those out there. And this is not the event for that, guys. They have medical tents there. They have guys that know what they're doing when they're in there reffing. I mean, the event itself is run so smoothly now. It's better than a lot of the amateur events that we go to as a competition team around the state. So it's quite the spectacle.
It's definitely better than every amateur fight I ever had. That I could say that without any hesitation. We have more medical personnel. We do better matchmaking. Like it's really just it's really there to make you better and challenge yourself. We don't hand out free wins to people. We don't, we do really good on matchmaking, and we're completely unbiased. I can say that because I tell my judges and my referees, I said, I don't care who they are, what gym they're from, what state they're from. I want it scored down the middle. This is the criteria you follow. And this is, we still get decisions that are like, "Oh, really?" Whatever. But coming from me, that's what I tell people, because I believe everybody deserves a fair shot at getting their hand raised. And I do want to bring this up too, because this is something that I don't think I can bring up enough as far as how much it benefits the fighting community locally. Look, guys, if you're a gym in Washington State, if you're a fight promoter in Washington, Oregon, any of these other states, hold on. Oh, Amy's messaging me. I think that she's probably just telling me I can't listen to him right now. She's probably telling me that Scarface's phone died.
Yeah.
I'll listen to those in a little bit. Anyway, if you're a gym locally, if you're a promoter locally, and you look at us, I want you to look at us as a fighter pool, not something that you can take from. Because I'd like to work with people and be on good terms. And I want people to come out and experience it. So we've had people that run fights in different places, gym owners come out and experience it, and they can see us for what we are.
Mhm.
But when you get a new fighter that's 0-0, he's green. That's a term they use in the amateur fight world is, hey, I got a green fighter, whatever. And they don't have very much experience or any experience at all. And they come out here and they fight, they like it. They realize, you know what, I want to fight. What are they going to do after that? What do I tell them to do? I say, go find a gym. Go find a gym close to you. Get some good training in. Learn the craft. Get better.
I really think that there'd be a lot of like local gyms or gyms in general. They would be surprised how much we advocate for independent fighters to go and join a gym. We constantly are advocating for training, continuous training to up your craft, to get better. Fire Chicken, he's hosting these events so the guys can get experience for the ones that, they don't know how to make those kind of connections to find a gym or whatever. So we're able to kind of guide them in that sense and then let them know, like, there's levels to this game. And in order for you to progress, you're going to have to be around like-minded individuals that are also trying to progress in this craft. So you'd be surprised, gyms. We're always advocating for you guys, in your local area. Sometimes you don't even know, like, the people that are going to you are from the scrapyard. And that's what's crazy too.
I've gone to amateur fights before, and I've gone to professional fights and seen fighters of ours fighting at these shows. I'm like, oh, that guy went pro, or oh, that guy's he's gotten a lot better, but he's gotten into a gym. What was his name? I went to Austin's fights a while back, and I saw he fought John Eds.
Oh, yeah, I know you're talking about.
I mean, and then we went to the casino fights at Emerald Queen not too long ago, and I saw Voin. He fought his first pro fight against an ex-UFC fighter. So, guys, look, you can't rule out just because I know that people perceive us a certain way if they haven't experienced what we are, but the bottom line is you can come out here, you can get involved with a gym, you can fight amateur, and you can go pro. And a couple examples of this are Voin, he's gone pro, Viking Warrior, pro boxer, Maliko Goon, 3-0 as a pro. The Hummingbird, 6-0 in boxing as a pro. So, guys, just because somebody's fought out here before or started at the scrapyard, Maliko Goon had never fought a match in his life until he got to the scrapyard. And he got with Coach White and started training, and now 3-0 as a pro.
And he made those connections at the scrapyard.
He made the connections at the scrapyard.
Wow.
So I encourage gym leaders and promoters to treat us as if, we're something that is part of the fight community that's beneficial. We're not a bad thing. Our popularity is getting more people excited about wanting to try out combat sports. It's bringing people in that's feeding the fighter pool. Not
to mention, guys, it's worldwide now. It's international. So what local, organization are you going to find, even a state organization that you're going to find that's internationally known now? And Streetbeefs has that name. Scrapyard has that name, where if you fight for this organization, chances are your match may get seen all over the world. And you're not going to get that at some local, events. Not to bash on any local events. It is what it is, guys. And I'm saying that so that, for these promoters and these gym owners and stuff like that, if you really want to get, some notoriety, you're being welcomed into this community that has already, put their name out there and is well known. So it's a good partnership, guys. We're looking to meet like-minded individuals. It's a welcoming thing,
Yeah, I would love to be on good terms with everybody that runs a gym or everybody that runs a promotion. I'm generally treated respectfully when I meet people from different gyms and that. that kind of thing. There's been a couple instances where, yeah, you know, the person's never been out here and they get into it with me, and it's like, you know what?
Yeah.
And that's the thing, guys. When the fighters out here are like, hey, Fire Chicken, what do you think to be fighting on this promotion? I'll be like, to be honest, man, go for it. Like that's a I know Hammerhead or whatever. I know, you know, whatever organization, whatever gym that puts on a good show, and you know, you'll get treated fair. You'll get some experience. It's different opponents than you'll have out here. And I like to be able to say with confidence that, yeah, I know this person. I know the person that runs this. They're going to treat our people fair, not treat us different because we're from the scrapyard. You know, we don't treat people with bias out here. So,
yeah, we expect the same in return, guys. One thing I wanted to go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I got a question here. Do fighters weigh the same? The weight difference sometimes seems lopsided. I think that a lot of times when you watch a video and you see two fighters standing there, if you don't pay attention to the stat screen, you're going to assume that they're different weights. I would say probably 90% of our matches are fighters within 10 pounds of each other. The time that they're not is going to be a heavyweight match. They weigh in before their fight, guys. So they're not changing their weight crazy like right before they fight. We don't promote weight cutting or anything. Sometimes a fighter will fight up, lights out, fights up in weight all the time. Sometimes if there's a person that really wants a fight and they say, hey, I'll 15, 20 pounds, I don't care.
Yep.
I'll do it. And we'll try our best to do, you know, skill wise. But at the end of the day, a fight's a fight. If I come out there and I close my eyes and I swing as hard as I can, there is a chance I could hit something, maybe even myself, but there's a chance I could hit something and knock something out. So, you know, puncher's chance, fight's a fight, aggression's a thing, you know, unless you've been in it, you don't really know. So I hope that answers your question. Sorry, Nate, go ahead.
No, that's great. That's good question there too, man. Yeah, we do our best to you know, make the fights as even as possible. And we want that for multiple reasons. I mean, fighter safety being the top one, you know. We want competitors to come back. We don't want to feel like guys are in here sandbagging, stuff like that. There's one thing I want to point out real quick that Scarface said that I think that you know, it's great to highlight. Notice when he said when he started doing Streetbeefs, there was a lot of people in his world, in his realm, that were telling him like he's wasting his time. He shouldn't be. He should be doing something else. Be doing this and that. I've experienced that in my own life when it comes to martial arts and pursuing, you know, trying to make a living out of this. It's a rare thing to do, guys. He believed in himself enough to go through the hardships to be successful. And I think that there's a lesson there to learn for some of these younger fighters coming up. You are going to, you know, run into people that are going to tell you like, hey, you're wasting your time. You'll never make it. You'll never be able to do this or that. If you truly believe in yourself and you surround yourself with the right people and the individuals that also will help support you, you have a better chance of being successful.
Uplifting and positive community. I am an advocate on when somebody constantly puts negative energy around you, when they tell you, oh, it's not going to work. You can't, that's not going to, no, don't try that. That's stupid, whatever. I still get that all the time, people. And despite that, my passion for what I do has given me the motivation to push through the negative attitudes, because in the end, I know what I'm doing is changing people's lives. I know that it's going to keep growing. Streetbeefs has grown to huge proportions, and we're growing, you know, and I feel like I just feel confident in what I'm doing. So I don't like the negative. That's why we don't put up with it in the group. That's why we have the respect factor that we do within the group, and people, you know, find their way out of it fairly quickly if they're too negative, you know. But Yeah, Nate, you make some really good points there.
Speaking of popularity, do you want to give an update on the documentary?
Yes. So I can't get okay. What I'm going to tell you guys is not concrete. It's not an announcement. It's just possibility. So we are just about done with filming it. It's been going on for almost a year now. It'll be a year in October. And we do need a little bit more footage. Yes, Ohms documentary. Ohms, look up Generation Iron. They're the ones putting on the documentary. So it's been going on for about a year now. I'm speaking to Vlad, the producer, owner of Generation Iron, frequently because we are getting down to the end. You know, they're doing some editing stuff. They may need a little bit more footage, but my plan is when we get the full release of it before it goes public, and I have the copy of it, I'm going to go, or at least when I know the release, or when I know the date that I can do this, we're going to go rent out an IMAX theater in Gig Harbor. I'm thinking, again, this is speculation, early January. And I would like it to be that time, if possible, because it's right after the holidays. We can advertise it while everyone's at home. It gives people enough time to make preparations. Tickets, I'm not going to charge you guys for tickets. So if you're able to come out to watch the documentary, you are going to have to RSVP. You're going to have to tell me, yeah, I'm coming out. I'm going to bring, a couple people with me, whatever. I believe there's going to be roughly 300 seats available. But it's going to be something really special. We're going to do like a red carpet premiere. I'm going to try to get some people out there that were involved with the production of it or interviewed in it, I should say. We may put up a couple booths or something outside the screen. We might do some Q&A after. It's going to be a great experience, and it's going to be just like the culmination of something that we've been working really hard for. There's been a lot of sacrifice, people, on my end, mainly, with getting this whole film created. But it'll be on Prime Video. I'm not sure what the title will be exactly, but it'll be on Prime Video after we release it here. And then we should be in the Polish documentary that Scarface is bringing out.
That's going to be big too.
That will be big. And Scarface will also be in the Scrapyards documentary. So we were able to get a good interview. We went to one of their events back in May. Great times. There's going to be a lot of behind the scenes stuff, and you guys are going to learn a lot about what happens at the scrapyard that the average person doesn't get to see.
Didn't they follow some competitors as well? Are we going to bring them out, or are we just going to let the audience wait and surprise them? Let's surprise them with.
You know what? Let's surprise them.
Yeah. All right.
It really, though, it gives you a reason to watch the documentary.
That's true.
That you don't know what's going to happen. I don't want to spoil the plot and everything, but there are 4 fighters that the documentary crew followed around for a few days or a week, and they took their fights. They're going to make little stories about them within the documentary. So some pretty interesting characters. I'm excited to see how they put it all together because I haven't seen any of that footage. So I almost feel like I'm going to get spoiled by watching the documentary because I have to approve it and everything, but I have to watch it before, and it's going to be spoiler, but it's all right.
But you earned that right, though. That's it. You earned that right. And just to point out something for the people watching this, I mean, look at the opportunity that was created for some of these competitors. I mean, they're in a documentary. They're amateur fighters in a documentary that may get seen all over the world, all because they came and competed here at the scrapyard. I mean, where are you going to get that anywhere else, guys? You're just not. It's very rare that these things happen, but these opportunities are being created because of what this organization is about and what it's been able to do over the last, at Scrapyard over the last 5 years, but the organization itself over the last 18, right? So it's been around for a long time. It's established. I mean, we had the head guy on here tonight. You heard from him yourself. We're preaching unity. We want our competitors to, help build each other up, but also be competitive and improve their skill set. I mean, how much more positive can it get than that, guys? I mean,
And we
it's
even
a great
encourage
thing.
them to essentially leave the scrapyard in a sense that we want them to get better. We want them to make the most out of their experience here. We want them to get publicity. We want them to get exposure. And you know what? We've had a few move on, going pro, etc. And honestly, it's a good feeling on my part that we were able to give them an experience, and they're able to take that experience and move up with it. And I hope that everybody looks back with their experience on the scrapyard and they're like, you know what? I had a good time when I was out there. It kept me motivated. It kept me in the fight game. And now I'm moved on, and I'm a pro fighter, and that means a lot. So yes, it's a little bitter. What's that called? Bittersweet.
Yep.
Yeah, when you build somebody up and everything, and then they got to move on. But I wish the best for them, and I'm glad they're doing it because they're making the most out of what we could give them.
And they're following their passions. I mean, they're following their passion outside the scrapyard. They may have found it over competing at the scrapyard, but then they're taking it to that next level. And I mean, I agree with you. I love seeing them compete out at the yard. I love being that close to the action and watching, them develop month to month or however it is. But I also love seeing it when, I see on their Facebook or something that, hey, this guy has a fight coming up for this organization, or this guy's turned pro and now he's getting paid to do this stuff. I mean, I look at that and I turn around and I talk to the other, younger fighters, and I'm like, see guys, this is the pathway to do that. You guys can do this just like they did, and I appreciate that those guys are taking their passion outside the yard, because like I said, it's inspirational for the guys that also want to pursue this further than the scrapyard. So way to pave the way for some of these younger guys, to all you pros out there now.
Yep. I think they set a good example of what you guys or gals can do if you come out to the scrapyard and participate. These guys that are going pro, like, this is something that you could eventually do. And I'm telling you, like, I know that you might not think about it, but being part of a community like this really keeps you like interested and motivated to know that I'm going to go take a fight out at the scrapyard. Like, you can just do that. And it's like, you know what? I need to train a little bit more. It keeps you in the fight game, because be honest, man, Streetbeefs, thank you, Chef. You're awesome. Streetbeefs got me remotivated to start training. When I started watching the videos back in like 2014, 2015, joined the Facebook group 2016, fought in 2018 in Virginia, like that whole span of time, it's like these fights were motivating me to get in shape, learn how to box. And then the fact is I got forced out there and got to meet Scarface and partake in the fights and see what the community was like. And I was inspired, but I didn't come back here thinking I was going to start this. No way. That wasn't the plan. The plan was to come back here, and now I'm even more motivated. Let's build a ring. Let's train every weekend. And people just started in like, well, Washington, you can do what? No. Like, okay, really? Yeah. Washington, you can do it. It's enough people. And it's like, we just kind of snowballed into where eventually we were able to, talk to Scarface and get this thing going. It's like, that's crazy.
Yeah, definitely. And like you said, there was no guarantees to this, guys. I mean, there's been, like Scarface was saying earlier, there's been other pop-ups that have happened that have not been as successful. But because
I've seen a few different branches come and go over the years.
Yeah, but because of Fire Chicken's fortitude and the passion that he's shown to the scrapyard and to the community, it's been as successful as it has been. And I mean, now we're what, year 5 going on year 6 now. Documentaries coming out. We've had pros come through. We've had celebrities come through the yard, all within 5 years, guys.
It all
And
speaks for itself.
yeah,
And I know that I've heard, oh yeah, Fire Chicken runs a tight ship. Fire Chicken's an asshole. Fire Chicken is too like gung ho on the rules. If we don't, I don't think that if we maintain order and have a civilized community, like that, it's going to stay together.
yeah.
I really try to keep as much of that camaraderie as possible. And I believe that's a contributing factor in our growth and our overall feeling of coming out here. I mean, every once in a while, somebody's got a negative experience. Oh, decision didn't go my way. Oh, I'm not going to fight at the scrapyard anymore. They're biased. They this, that, or the other. It's like, you know what? Don't let it go to a decision. Don't blame us. You know, a few of these people that have grudges against us, it stems from a bad decision.
Yeah.
And if you let it go to a decision, I'm sorry, but that's the risk you take in
combat sports, period.
Yes.
I mean, that happens at all levels, guys. At any level you go to, you may not get a decision that goes your way. I mean, that's why it's preached all the time. Don't let this go to judges. Like, finish fights. You know, that's part of the game. You know, like you're saying, we do our best to try to make that not become a habit. You know, we do our best to try to be as fair and as unbiased as possible. But when you're also dealing with, you know, 35 matches in a day every month from different competitors, different backgrounds, different whatever, you know, sometimes it's gonna happen. And I think that's pretty reasonable considering it happens at such a low rate.
It does. And if you do the math on it, we've had, I would just guess that we've had over 2,000 fighters come through the scrapyard. I think that's a realistic number, that we've had over 2,000 fighters come through the scrapyard. If you think just for a moment, like the percentage of people we've had a falling out with, like it's really not that high. It's not even 1%.
It's like a handful, like legitimately 5 people, maybe.
Well, probably like 5 people that really,
aren't
you know,
coming
did
back.
some shady shit. You know, like recently. Let's
talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So this is where it gets spicy, guys. So recently, I had an incident in the group where, I recently had an incident in the group where, okay, let me back up. Back when the scrapyard was in its infancy, back when we had bungee ropes, we had 2 twin fighters, Turkish Assassin and Turco. And then we also had our original champion in boxing, the Golden Hands. Golden Hands and the Turkish brothers had a feud. The feud went on for quite a while, and it was a beef. We wanted these fighters to solve the beef, but the brothers would always kind of find a way to not solve the beef. So they drug it on, but they weren't willing to like solve the beef. It was weird, right? And it ended up with, I don't remember what they did, but they ended up getting kicked out of the scrap, both of them. And they were gone for quite a while. I would say recently, within the last 6 months, they reached out and said, hey, you know, we're wondering if we can come back. I figured since I didn't remember what they did, that
wasn't that big of a deal, maybe?
Give them a second chance, right?
Yeah.
I do give
time heals
chances.
wounds. Yeah.
Yeah, I do give second chances. Not to everybody, but they do happen. And coincidentally, Golden Hands returned around the same time. I believe that to be, actually, Golden Hands returned first, and then they showed up like a month later. And well, then it started, and again, the opposing forces, which is kind of weird. I believe both the twin brothers are the same age as Golden Hands and have the same birthday. Weird.
Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe. So all three of them were back, and it was only a matter of time before there was some tension and some words. And so we started to look at like, well, we probably need to do this beef fight with one of them, two of them against Golden Hands. I don't know.
Yeah, we can't have this animosity at the events, guys. Stuff happening outside the ring, no little face-offs, weird stuff like that.
Yep.
We like to handle things in the ring.
Right. And it becomes a problem when a fighter runs their mouth and doesn't glove up. That becomes a problem because then it leads to things happening in our med tent. Or whatever. I'll just say or whatever. It ends up spilling out into outside the ring, which we don't
personal.
want.
Yeah.
Streetbeefs, Scarface created Streetbeefs to solve beefs between individuals so that it didn't escalate and spill into the streets and cause people to go take it a step further, right? And since I fully believe in everything that Scarface started the organization for, I 100% want people to solve their disputes in the ring, especially if it started at the scrapyard. If their beef started at the scrapyard, it makes sense that you solve it in a place called Streetbeefs in the ring. I mean, right? So back to my story. These guys came back. They were both at an event together, and Golden Hands and the Turkish brothers kind of went back and forth. And these are not my words, but two of the brothers were called Turkish sisters, which obviously would cause some kind of anger and need to even more so solve the dispute. The problem was that the two other individuals were not willing to solve the dispute, even though Golden Hands was. So then what? Now what do you do? These guys are going to come to the events. They're going to be there. We're just going to keep having this happen. So before, I believe it was our last event that we had one of the fighters come out, or maybe it was our last event, and he fought and he won. And after the event in our Facebook group, a fighter posted a video of him sparring with Golden Hands, and my wife said something along the lines of like, when are we going to see this beef fight between Golden Hands and the Turkish brothers? And well, Turkish Assassin said that she said that they were called Turkish sisters by her. And I just want to show this really quick, just to be transparent. And let me try to pull this up. So unless I'm wrong, nothing about that statement was negative towards the two brothers. When are they going to fight their beef fight against Golden Hands? Now, I don't know if Turkish Assassin misread it or what. And oh, by the way, it was not edited because it would say edited next to it. If he read it wrong, but he claimed that she called them the Turkish sisters, but as a admin of the group, and that she's not going to say something like that. That's out of character. And they had this grudge with her from like 3 years ago, where they posted screenshots of them going back and forth like 3 years ago. So they called her a fat pig.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's a
And
good way to
so,
get thrown out and
oh
beat up,
well,
guys.
this all happened when I wasn't, watching the group and everything. And I get home, I find all this out. So the first thing I do is think about it, like I want to kick this guy's ass, right?
hmm
Okay. So I go to message Turkish Assassin. He's already unfriended me. He's already left the group. Like, okay. So then I try to call him. He
hmm
won't answer the phone. So then I send him a voice message. And he sends me a message back. It's like, I'm not going to listen to that. So I just start typing out messages and said, me and you, September 20th, MMA in the scrapyard cage. And this is, I fully felt the frustration that Golden Hands has probably been going through for the last 5 years. He just refused. He kept making excuses, calling me names, justifying what he said, and all this stuff. And it's like, you said it. You did it. You said it. Now back it up.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's like words are done. Like, let's step into the ring now. We've said all we needed to say.
He starts saying stuff like, "Oh, catch me outside. How about that?" And oh my God,
How
like,
about
"Oh,
that?
I'll get a lawyer involved," and
Oh
all
my
this stuff.
gosh.
You're harassing me. Stop messaging me. It's like, what the hell, dude? It's like flipping somebody off and then running away from them and running away. It's so cowardly.
Mhm.
It's so like, I don't know the right word for it. I'm having trouble finding the word for it, but it's just the pinnacle of not being responsible for your actions and blaming other people. Apparently it's our fault, when
Mm.
you're the one that came unglued, you're the one that, said what you said. You knew you did wrong. You unfriended me right away before I even messaged you. So yeah, anyway, it ended up with me getting blocked from them. Good riddance. I mean, it shows their character. It
Trash will
shows
take itself out sometimes.
the
There you
trash will
go.
take itself out sometime. And I mean, they told me I needed to take down their videos and all this stuff. Like, no. Now that you want me to take down your videos, I'm not going to take down your videos.
Mhm.
We're going to keep those up. And he's like, well, the food that I put on your plate and everything with my hard work and all this stuff. I'm like, nobody forced you to come out to the scrapyard and fight. And had you not fought for us, nobody would know who you are. Nobody would see your fights. None of that. So I think this is honestly more beneficial to you than it was to us, especially dealing with all the drama that we had to deal with for years.
Mhm.
Sometimes second chances work out, sometimes they don't, but
Yeah. Well, good on you for attempting it. I mean, it just goes to show you guys that, I mean, at least Fire Chicken's being reasonable. There's some organizations that once you're done, you're done. That's it. And it really, I think it goes case by case for sure. I will say, it's hard to ever allow somebody to come back when they start making personal insults against your family. Like at that point, it's like, well, I don't want you around the community, because if you're willing to do that to the guy who's running the community, what are you willing to do to, just the average guy that shows up? It's not beyond them to want to attack somebody outside the ring. So it's kind of like at this point, guys, yeah, it might be best just you guys just move on and not come back, and that might be beneficial for them too, at this point, because there was a lot of people in that thread that didn't appreciate what this individual said to Mandy Bear, because she is such a pillar of the scrapyard. I mean, she's like a mama bear, really, for a lot of these guys. So there was a lot of competitors and individuals that were willing to, step up and handle these guys. But we all knew that you had it too. As her husband, you of course had, first blood, I guess.
don't get too used to
Yeah.
me, wanting to take fights and thinking that you can start a beef with me, that I'm gonna
No.
cater to that. Usually I'll just get rid of you.
No.
I felt in this situation like, my anger
No.
got the best of me, and I called him out, and I still don't regret calling him out. And that's another thing is people, that use it against me. And they're like, hey, there's no call outs in the scrap. Like, shut up. There's no call outs in the scrapyard, but like, that's because all call outs have to go through me. Well, guess what? The call out went through me and I approved it. So if you guys want to play that card and do that, that's not how things work. So, but yeah, we move on, you know, no love lost, you know, not going to be on Street Beefs ever again. And that's the end of it. I know we're getting kind of close to the end here. Yeah. I do want to run through some quick topics and everything.
Yeah, let's do that.
So that we can, yeah. So I'm going to kind of rapid fire through this. And then if there's anything you want to add,
we'll do
by all means. So, how would you guys like me to, okay, for the couple of people watching, the pay-per-view is this Saturday. It's through our YouTube channel. You have to be a member to watch it. It's $4.99 to be a member. Guys, just go get the membership because I do a pay-per-view every single month. And if you're a member, you get to watch the pay-per-view for free. Well, you get to watch the pay-per-view for not $25. So I would definitely encourage you right now after, actually, how about you do it after I gift some memberships? So I'm going to gift out 10 memberships right now. So if you're watching, there's a possibility you could watch the pay-per-view absolutely free. And here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Boom.
All right. Who's going to get the membership? Drum roll, please. This always exposes also who is watching that hasn't said anything yet too. Yoga Ball Shug, Graced for it, Heartburn, Matt, Little Smooth, James Cogley, Aaron 2ZZ, as swear, Tycoon. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, wait, no. That last one wasn't. But these are all people that have just been gifted memberships. Okay, so now we're going to give 5 more. This is a treat for you guys that watch these things, you know. I get to gift out 10 memberships per month. So this is my all-in-one shot. 5 more. Who we got? Who we got? Who's the big winner? Red Wings Report by Strings and Pucks, Deadly Dova, Jedi VFX, Poppy Carl, and Yellowstone Beef Jerky.
All right, Yellowstone Beef Jerky. Way to go, bro.
Hey, welcome to the membership. If you're hearing your name right now, it means on Saturday you can tune in. You can watch the pay-per-view live for free. It also means that you can go to our membership section right now and watch fights that are not released. I have 2 that are ready to go. I was going to premiere one tonight, but we ran out of time. But there are 2 sitting there. Backyard Brawl breaks out, and Kickboxer Fights a Filthy Wrestler. Those are ready to go, and you can watch them and comment on them before anybody else does. So I would encourage you guys to do that, make full use of that membership. We got an invasion, I'm hearing, in November. I can't say who.
Okay.
But it is always nice to hear of possible invasions. So we'll give more information about that when it's a little bit more public. Mr. Gilchrist versus Blue, 145-pound boxing title this weekend. And I brought it up in the Facebook group the other day. There are titles that are available for fighters to compete for. You have to have fights at the scrapyard, and I have to feel that you are worthy of a title fight. If you are, I'm going to put him on blast again. I won't say his name. I had a fighter one time message me that was like 1-5 wanting a title fight, and I told him no, and he got so butthurt he moved to Arizona. So yeah. Wah. You really find out a lot about people when you tell them no. And that was protecting their last brain cells. So Terrifier would have beat the living crap out of that individual. So you're welcome. I saved you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? You are an asshole. I see you post on people's videos and say that the scrapyard's not a branch and stuff. The scrapyard is a branch. You can say what you want, but yeah, you're wrong. So, okay. I didn't get a chance to ask Scarface questions, but you know what? Scarface is going to be at the scrapyard, the branch, the scrapyard, the affiliate, the scrapyard this
Maybe
Saturday.
we'll get some interview in with him.
We will get some interviews with him.
Yeah,
maybe we'll get him on the commentary.
that'd be awesome.
So if you're a member and you're watching live, you could see Scarface give some interviews and stuff. So looking forward to that. Hey, shout out to our fighters that have recently competed in Shark Tank fights and down at Austin Springer's event. You know, win, lose, or draw, guys. I'm proud of you. Learn from it. It's experience. If something didn't go your way, find out what you need to do to make sure that doesn't happen next time. And we're proud of you.
Definitely, guys.
That's
yeah.
all I got.
I just want to do a quick little shout out to some of the returning competitors that'll be here this weekend, or at least they signed up for this weekend. We got Ready Rob returning, Lights Out will be returning, Comedian will be returning, Spider will be returning, Black Panther is going to be returning, Mr. Gilchrist is going to be there, obviously. D. Ellis, Nubby's going to be back, 145. I'm actually going to be cornering for him. QP is going to be back. Short Temper is going to be there. Blue's obviously there against Mr. Gilchrist. Hitmon Lee's going to be there. And Tav is also going to be there. So we have some real heavy hitters showing up this Saturday. Joanna Wick's going to be there too. I didn't see her on the sign up. So yeah, I'm glad you threw that out there.
Yeah, some returning fighters. It's always great to see them get back in the ring. And you know what? We look forward to seeing the new fighters show up. There's been a lot of those lately, and some of them stick around and come back and become part of our community and have a positive experience. And you know, that's really awesome to see. So I'm looking forward to this Saturday. Of course, I'm in fight week mode, stressed out. You know, I think every event makes me gain gray hairs. You know, it's just thing, so understandable, brother. But you got any shout outs before you get on the road?
Sure. As always, quick shout out to the Reptilian Top team over at Columbia River Jiu-Jitsu. Stop in, come train with us, guys. We're located in Vancouver, Washington. Another shout out to my lovely better half, Red Fox. Thank you for taking care of me the last few days. I've been sick, dealing with the cold, so I appreciate that. And as always, shout out to my little girl, Lulu. I appreciate you and love you too. And yeah, man, looking forward to seeing you guys this weekend. Looking forward to seeing all the returning competitors and meeting a couple of the new guys showing up. Like you said, we do have quite a few new faces showing up this weekend. I saw like 20 or 30 people sign up that I've never seen before. So it'll be interesting to see them.
Yep. And sometimes we get random returning fighters popping out, or sometimes a +1 decides they want to sign up while they're there. So yeah, you never know who's going to get in that ring. Never know who's going to show up at the scrapyard. I think that's been a theme lately, right?
Definitely. Yeah. It's been awesome.
Had some names come out here, and it's becoming a popular spot. And the fact that people are willing to, like you said, the first time you came out, it's like the fact that people are willing to risk it and just to experience it, and the positive things that they have to say afterwards are always encouraging. So really quick, I'll do my shout outs. So big shout out to the team out here, everybody that helps out, everybody that volunteers their time to the scrapyard, that's part of the community, that's out here doing jobs and making sure things run smooth. Shout out to all the fighters that get in the ring and you know, leave it all in the ring. And shout out to the fans, you guys watching. I know that not as many people watch these podcasts as they do the fights, but you know, the community is really strong with us. And I appreciate you guys a lot. I appreciate Scarface for putting us on in the beginning, for believing in us and working with me behind the scenes and helping me out anytime I have any questions, or, because I do experience things for the first time a lot out here at the scrapyard, and chances are he's dealt with it quite a few times. So it's nice to have somebody that I can ask questions to, because really, who are you gonna ask that would be a better fit than Scarface about running a backyard fight organization? There's nobody.
No, you're gonna ask the guy who runs the biggest one in the world. That's for sure. And you got his personal number, man. I mean, that's awesome.
Yep. So, shout Scarface. And thank you for coming on the show. I know that the battery issue happened, but we just kind of wanted to get you on here and kind of introduce you to our fans, and let it be known that you'll be at the scrapyard on Saturday. So if you're wanting to fight this Saturday, all of a sudden, for whatever reason, maybe because Scarface will be there, hit me up and get signed up. Okay. But that's all I got. So
I guess the only last thing I'd add is if there's any sponsors out there looking to help sponsor the event or the show, be sure to reach out.
Or the premiere.
That'd be awesome too. I mean, that's going to be huge, guys.
Yes. So look, guys, we're doing that premiere probably in January or something to get some sponsors to cover the fees of the rental of the IMAX, where we're going to document the entire experience. We're going to have like a film crew there, making sure to get everything on film. It's going to be a good opportunity for us to create some content and shout you out and put it on our YouTube channel and on all the social media and stuff. So guys, if you're thinking about maybe getting a little bit of extra exposure and want to support the documentary and come out and be part of it and watch it, and it's a huge opportunity. I believe the rental is going to run us around $3,000 plus extra for different things, setup, film crew, that kind of thing. So I know it's expensive, and I don't expect one sponsor to completely take care of it all, but we can whittle away at it. We can get some sponsors. Maybe we could even make a banner to put up that has like the sponsors on it and everything. But we want to do this for the fighters and for the fans, and to show our appreciation and make it a good experience for everybody.
Definitely, man. Well, thank you again for an awesome show, Fire Chicken. I appreciate it. I can't wait to see you this weekend, brother.
Naughty Nate, it's been an honor. Thanks for joining me on the show, and can't wait to see you this weekend as well. So have a good week. Stay safe, and see you on Saturday.
All right, brother. See you then.
Peace out, everybody.
Bye.